records, and after the session we will be able to share with you. My name is Tekin. I'm a civil engineer, have near 20 years experience for project management. I've been working with many different project management software like Primavera, Microsoft Project, Power Project, Telos, and iSetya. And today our session is about the S-curve, how we can generate an easy S-curve. If you are a planner, if you are using one of the project management system like Primavera, Power Project, or Microsoft Project, how we can get very easy and fast S-curve reporting. Just one thing which I would like to mention, that we need to understand what does it mean S-curve and why we need an S-curve. So that in the regular project management life cycle, when we have a project start and project finish, people have at the beginning very different mood which we call don't worry, we will manage period. Because this is a 60%, 70% of time duration people are having in this mood. After that, people realize that we are behind the schedule, because if the 50% of the duration is complete, and when the people look at the site, they see 50% is not progress, people understand project is going to delay, and people make panic. And we have, following this, we have crazy working period. And this is a general approach in construction, and doesn't matter where, but every construction projects are having similar kind of mood if they have not a planning and controlling process healthily implemented. We call S-curve reports on this, that if you see that the blue one is a planned progress. On the left side we have a percent complete. Percent complete of, it can be duration, percent complete of cost, percent complete of man hours, resource, physical percent complete. And on the down we have here time. So that if we are speaking about, if we find out here where we are, which is it was planned, and the red one is an actual, and actual one will show that we are behind the schedule. And of course, if you find this very late stage, which is the 70% of the project duration completed, and you understand your project is going to delay, it might be too late. And this will cause that project have extra time extension or extra budget required, so that this will be lost. And what we suggest if you plan well, if you have a control mechanism well, you can always get this kind of information very early stage that your project is going to delay. And then you can build up a recovery plan, and recovery plan will allow you motivate your team much strongly, and then focus on the project, and then by this way that you can avoid for delay. And this is basically why planning is important, why S-curve will help you if you use it in proper place. And Project Tracker is one of the project management software which allows you, for Primavera user, Microsoft user, Power Project user, easily convert their file to Project Tracker format and make it project management analytic. And of course, Project Tracker helps in the many areas, which is that this is not like a one converting Excel and getting the printout. Project Tracker is an analytic tool, help you selecting any kind of separated work breakdown structure, getting the S-curve for specific contractor, getting the S-curve for specific work. So that this is a very powerful application which allows you making the tracking on the project progress, estimating and forecasting your work finishing. And of course, Primavera, Microsoft Project, Power Project kind of solution also provide S-curve. But these are majorly resource S-curve and the cost S-curve. And the people not using resource-loaded, cost-loaded schedule, this S-curve inside of Primavera and inside of Microsoft will be not giving the real expectation, because that you need to make very good schedule inside of Primavera and Microsoft Project to to be able to get correct and healthy S-curve. Generally, Primavera Microsoft users are converting their file to Excel and setting up some formula and trying to get S-curve inside of the Excel file, because duration % complete is not provided in both systems. And Project Tracker is excellent tool. It will save your time. You can just, it doesn't have to be any cost-loaded, resource-loaded schedule. You can easily get S-curve from the Primavera format and from the Microsoft format. Another biggest advantage of the Project Tracker is that in the project you have one planner, but there are 10 people who are part of the schedule. Learning Primavera, learning Microsoft is a long path. That's why people has no time to going to analyzing the scheduling tool, opening the 10,000 activities. Their concern is understanding the project status. That's why Project Tracker will allow you, if you have a one planner who prepare Primavera format, 10 of the other people like project manager, contract manager will open Primavera file inside of Project Tracker with minimum cost, and by this way that you will save the cost and the people will be happy just using the Project Tracker in your project. This is of course the printout is available. You can create the project printout with the 2 baseline comparison, 4 request line, and activities on the activities on the report, and etc. So that very attractive reports give the project information, what is happening and what is status in the project. Of course, Excel way, you can always do it and it can get some result, but if you have a lot of time. This picture actually in Poland, we took just giving the example of if you need a hot water in the construction site, your creative workers will bring you the hot water in the construction site. But in the end, you need to care about the safety, you need to care about the data correction, you need to care about the how much time it takes. That's why Project Tracker is an excellent application, helps the people using project much easy, controlling their project progress much faster. Okay. Let's move to live demo. Project Tracker is a single user license application which can be installed on any computer with the minimum requirement. You just open the Project Tracker file. There are different methods for the converting Microsoft or Asta or Oracle Primavera file, which is that you can connect it to Oracle database just to see the live S-curve, or even you have no connection to Primavera database and you can also open any Primavera XER file. You can the same, we can do it in Microsoft, but let's just use today example of Primavera. I would like to open Primavera inside of Project Tracker. I selected this method. First, you need to go and select the projects so that I can go here, find the project, and I can from the project, let me just find it. This is the projects which I need to go find. Okay. Here the project, you select and open it. And when you import the projects, okay, that just also upload the baselines. This is as soon as possible. This is as late as possible. So that we import the file. And now my Primavera format converted, and I have here the project 3-story office building general information. These are the activities. The red means that giving the status of activities, that if it is red, project activity on delay, comparing the baseline. And I can go down, which is that this at the moment displaying only a couple of activities, but if you go down, you can see there are all the work breakdown structures and activities. The blue line is an actual, green is plan. This is the data dates. This is the person complete area, and this is the time frame. And the data dates, on the right side of data dates are remaining works. Left side of data dates we have actual works. The orange line is a baseline, okay? And you can also compare baseline versus actual project, so that we also keep the baseline data. You can see that this activity, pool concrete elevation, is yellow because it was on time. But the others are red because the baseline is delayed. So that you can here go to more down and see the old activities. It just gives information about the projects, activities, what's happening in all your projects. And this is the activity, which is that it's going to be on the 29th of October starts and the 2nd of December finish, so that you can get the activity information easily. Okay, this is actually information about just giving us duration person complete. Project Tracker gives us possibilities of getting physical person complete, possibilities of that cost person complete. As you see that costs are yellow because that costs are on budget. And also we can have it resource S-curve, so that we have variety, that there are that type of S-curve we can get. Also we have in the here functionalities, which is that this is the data dates. Red one is an actual S-curve progress. Green is a remaining S-curve progress. And I open here comparison between baseline 1. You can see that comparison baseline 1, we are behind. That's why we are going to finish our project 5 weeks late. I can also open the second baseline, which is that this is the baseline 2, which is it was late, and because I use in this example as late as possible and as soon as possible comparison, and you can see here we are going to finish early. And of course we have forecast line, which is that forecast line show us where project is going to finish. So that let me just baseline 1 and baseline 2 and forecast line. This is the forecast line based on the existing performance, that it is also providing us estimated time of finish, which is that project is going to finish 3 months later. Of course we have a target line, which is that you can also select the target line, late target line, and this is the late target line. We also have a recovery, which is that recovery line is just providing us that if you want the recovery date, if you say that, okay, I want to finish October, it will just give how your S-curve should be showing, so that you can edit here as many as possible, or some of them you can hide it, because that if you don't need it, you can always hide it for the other things which is not necessary for your project at the moment. Okay, this is the S-curve area. For the settings of the Gantt charts, we have critical path, which is that it's very important, because when you have a project, you can also see your critical activities, so that you can hide the critical activities or show the critical activities. We also have a baseline. You can hide the baseline and show the baseline. This is up to you. And status also, you can show that actual activities or not actual activities. At the moment, I have here 20 display. You can also select the 50 activities to display. And by this way, you have 50 activities display. It's up to you. You can also select 100 activities. And by this way that you can also show 100 activities display in your project, how it looks. Okay. And this is the general interface. Of course, we have settings, which is that it's also provide target graphic, which is that when you select this, it's also provided target graphic with the baseline target graphic. It's provided you for effort estimation during the period of time. We have time week, but if you want, we can also move the month, and you can get the monthly target dates, or you can get it daily, and any kind of time frame you can also get it, your reports very fast and very easy. And of course, one of the advantages, we also have a dynamic status, which is the dynamic status allows you, when you draw, you can always get the list of the activities by opening on the right activity type, so that when I move it, you can see that there are 2 activities on the down and showing that during this period of time need to be performed. So that dynamic reports also just useful and giving information about my project's activities during time period. And let's just hide those information and make them more simple looking. And coming back to here, more details, so that if you have very big project, which is that in this project we have enterprise project structures and commercial construction, general condition, procurement. If you want to see procurement activities S-curve, you just select the procurement activities S-curve and it will be displaying only procurement activities. Okay? But if you want to see only mobilization activities, you can just select the mobilization activities and project tracker will just show the project mobilization activities. You can also select procurement, site setup and steel erection activities by this way that it will just give combination of 3 activity sets, 3 work breakdown structure S-curve, so that you do not need to calculate S-curve for each specific with the formulas or something. It is giving multi-selection option and you can create it unlimited multi-selection. If you need electrical and plumbing activities, it will be immediately just giving electrical and plumbing activities in this period of time. Of course, there is also very strong possibilities with here that we call the time scale, which is the new function. You can also select some period of time, which is if you would like to have here time, let's say 1st of July 2014, and you can also go and select again 1st of July, 1st of August, let's say 29th of August, so that it will just focus on this area. So that you can also select that period of time and which you can get report information. If you delete this, it will be just giving from project start till the project end for all time scales. And this is the scope which work breakdown structure activities we shown, but we have also activity code. If you have in Primavera activity code assigned, you can also open the activity code here and you will be able to here select, for example, roof. If you would like to see only roof activities, which is activity codes assigned to activities root, it will give the S-curve only for roof activities. If you would like to see carpentry, it will just give the carpentry activities. You can also get the roof activities, carpentry and the plumbing activities immediately, how many % of these 3 activities has been completed. And here we just select, you can see that 70% of those 1, 2, 3, 4 activity sets has been completed. It's very useful, very simple. Anybody who is even not a planner can easily open Primavera file and make the project tracking. Of course, we have resource also. If we have a resource assignment on the Primavera or Microsoft, we can also select it resource assignment. By this way, we can get the specific resource S-curve. For here and for here, you can see that it will just give the combination of those resources as a unit. It's very useful and it is easy with the resource S-curve. Of course, we have progress report, which is that when we would like to report the progress, it's always give the project information that how many % completed, what is the delay, what is the slippage time, progress to dates, and etc. It is immediately providing information. And another thing also in here that we have a raw data. Raw data is provided for S-curve data here. You can also manually type and change, and by this way that you can also change the report if something is not in Primavera easily updated. You can also create it here, some your own updates. And actually, this is generally what we are showing. Of course, we have comparison baseline 1 and comparison baseline 2 options. You can see that baseline 1 and baseline 2 always you can make comparison, and it's showing the comparison this. And actually, this application is very simple. You just install, and this is the training, nothing else. No need for the training, and this is generally how we are recommending our customers start very fast using it, and we are helping for installation, that kind of things. Do you have any question? Okay. This is what generally we are showing during the training actually, and this is very simple software. Somebody just 1 hour sitting and playing it is easy to understand, no need for training too much. And if you have any question, I'm here to happy to answer your questions.